Hello, my beloved free thinkers. Main question for today's video: will artificial intelligence take over our jobs? And what to expect in the future? Also, big tech companies nowadays are pushing out new training programs for IT personnel. And I took this course since I work for Booz Allen Company as IT consultant. So I can share some insights for you of what to expect in the future, how AI is going to be used in IT and in other fields in the next 100 years. I went through these courses and I took one exam that was persistent to my IT position. Here are my thoughts after taking this course and the actual exam. We'll talk about how artificial intelligence is going to be used in IT jobs, home helper robots, medical field AI, and even so-called AI sex robots. After all, looks like this is our future. So stay tuned and let's discuss it. Will artificial intelligence take our jobs? This question seems to come up almost every discussion about AI. However, the use of advanced AI tools does not necessarily mean the total replacement of a human force. In fact, these tools are most effective when working in collaboration with people. This collaboration will complement and augment human capabilities, not replace them. That's important. There is a research done by James Wilson and Paul Daugherty from IT consultancy firm called Accenture. This was found in a study of 1,500 companies, tech companies, that the highest performance improvement occurred when AI and humans collaborate. This research proves that collaboration of AI and humans enhances mutual strengths, human creativity, leadership, and social skills, thereby complementing AI speed and ability to work with big amounts of data. This message is the main theme of all big tech corporations right now. All new AI tools are not designed to compete with humans. They will be used as augmentation to our personal strengths. Working with big amounts of data and parsing data, again, probably will be more efficient if you use AI. All these softwares and hardware will need humans to be produced. They will need humans to be maintained, upgraded, updated. Here's a good example, just hear me out. Recently, I made this video in Dubai. It was about this robot that makes coffee drinks. And I posted the video on LinkedIn, and tons of people start pinging me asking, oh God, Andy, so what's now? Are these robots gonna take our jobs? Basically, the jobs that will be created to maintain, to service and fix these robots is going to be more than this just one or two barista jobs. So for each job that robot takes, and it's something like very inefficient and low paid, low quality job, it will be actually compensated with dozens of more jobs for human to service these robots. And here's my response. Just think one step further. Just imagine this one robot maybe replaces one or two baristas, and it's more efficient than humans. But can you imagine how many other jobs will be created at the factories where these robots are assembled? Maybe program support people, someone who fixes bugs and so on, people who would fix hardware issues, upgrades and updates. So there is absolutely nothing to be worried about. The job market will be transformed and more and higher quality jobs will be created. Humans will be entering data and setting up parameters for the search or for any type of work that AI needs to perform. There is absolutely no desire in humans to make artificial intelligence completely autonomous. Even Elon Musk, who's gotten very far recently, working on artificial intelligence programs. Even Elon Musk in his interviews actually expresses concerns about making AI programs autonomous.
So I think we should be cautious with AI, and I think there should be some government oversight because it's a danger to the public.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. It's me, Ella. Well, a digital version of me, just a bit older. Amazing what technology can do these days, isn't it? All you need are a couple of pictures.
Just imagine if we have this technology to use AI in medical fields, and for example, this artificial intelligence software or program can diagnose medical illness and even decide or prescribe some kind of medication for the patient. If there is no supervision for this program, can you imagine how many people will be diagnosed with wrong illnesses and wrong medication prescribed? And who's gonna, take responsibility for that? There is no plan to actually give too much power to AI tools, at least in the next 100, 200 years. So from what I understand, AI as a tool will be used in analytics, in parsing big amounts of data, in predicting medical emergencies, or let's say calculating risk of a heart attack in people over 65 based on settings and parameters that humans will enter. If it's a medical procedure where it's physically demanding to do something very accurately, I'm pretty sure in the nearest future we'll use robots or AI robots that would perform something that is hard to do for a human. But it does not mean it replaces the doctor. It still needs supervision. I think it will be more jobs created to service and supervise these robots. Market will be transformed, but it does not mean it will eliminate humans. The topic that I'm actually concerned as a YouTube creator about using AI in creative fields like art or design or music, composing music, for example, is this particular passage that I found in Accenture research. Generative AI is enhancing human creativity across domains like art, design, and content creation. So I'm personally tired of all these artificial videos that are created by AI based on your request. Nowadays, it's impossible to tell what's true and what's not anymore because of these videos, right? It's a huge opportunity for people to create fake news or fake and deceiving points of discussion, something that flames up conversations, right? Or blow up your YouTube channel if you created this fake news. Watching content that is created by AI or listening to music that is created by AI, knowing that it lacks soul and emotions, is kind of not a very good perspective, my point of view, because I'm a creative person. I can see how generative AI would be useful in marketing strategies, for example, or facilitating content creations like persuasive product descriptions when you need to create an ad or commercial for some kind of product. That should work. Another good way of using it, and I'm pretty sure people will come up with bright ideas in the future and will filter something that is totally fake from something that is actually useful in AI fields. Imagine you need to come up with a marketing strategy. You need to create tons of ads and commercials for a specific brand or product, and you already have a brand voice, right? Like Allstate insurance company, for example. They have a brand, they have a person with a specific voice, and they keep recording new commercials that use this same brand voice and image and character. So AI can actually mimic it, and it will be way easier to create hundreds of new videos maintaining the same brand voice and character. Efficiency-wise, it sounds like a good idea to use AI instead of spending hours and hours of filming this new content. However, in real life, I doubt there will be a lot of companies who would want to switch to AI versus using actual real actors to shoot commercials. If we come back to music industry, artists are using AI tools like OpenAI MuseNet to generate unique compositions, assisting songwriters in the creative process. Meanwhile, in the world of visual art, creatives can use AI tools like Deep Art or Deep Dream to generate initial drafts which they can refine based on their unique creative vision. Again, I'm personally, because I play music in a music band, and I've been part of a couple of big music projects in Europe in the past. As a musician, I don't like this idea. However, if it's used sparsely and it's used only to inspire a composer on writing a music piece, that should be fine. It can be used as a tool that helps, but not as a tool that writes something instead of you. Another part of this new AI course in IT companies, it talks about how great AI is going to be in fields like finance and science. For example, JP Morgan is using generative AI to create synthetic data that reflects real market trends. This functionality offers a financial training simulator that lets strategists test various scenarios without risking real money. That's actually good. And it's not replacing humans. It gives them data points and some predictions on what to expect from financial market next year. So I can see how AI will be generating synthetic data for research purposes in the future. But again, it's not going to compete with humans. It's not going to replace human workforce. It will just make people more efficient. We are in the beginning of 2025 right now. And by the end of 2025, Elon Musk already announced the possibility of mass production for Tesla bots. So these are home help robots. Will it replace actual cleaning personnel? It may, right? So again, some jobs will be lost to AI or to robots, basically, in the future, and it's inevitable. But job market will transform. For each robot that people buy for home help to do laundry or cleaning or like carrying heavy objects in the backyard, for example, there will be a whole team of people who's actually producing these robots, who's in charge of delivering it to specific addresses, fixing them, maintaining them, upgrading, updating, changing versions of software, hardware, and so on and so forth. For each job lost on human side, there will be 2 or 3 new jobs created for humans actually to maintain and service and deliver and produce and upgrade these AI programs or robots. And yet one more area of concern, so-called sex industry bots. A lot of people have valid concerns about this topic.
What's going to happen when we have these robots that are now being integrated into human life? And what happens when the technology does get so good that, you know, they are more human-like and they are able to meet people's emotional needs and maybe even physical needs? What's going to happen to us then?
Yeah, we're going to stop breeding. I mean, maybe that's the AI's plan. It's to not exterminate the human race, but to give them options so that they just completely stop reproducing. Make the options far more attractive. And in a way, we've kind of done that, like with video games.
Multiple companies work in this direction. They don't like exposure, these companies, specifically because they get a lot of hate from people. Very tricky point of discussion, and some people say that maybe it will solve problems with prostitution, right? Replacing actual humans as sex workers with robots. And while these AI-driven robots can solve some issues for some people, I still do not believe it will be very widespread. Because we all know that for interaction between men and women, it's not just a physical act that's important. When men and women interact like that, it's very important aside of physical part, right? The emotional content. And I mean psychological and emotional aspect of it. You know, the energy flow from one to another. Feminine energy, you know, masculine energy, and how it kind of flows together and combines. Big deal of psychological and emotional connection and energy flow from one to another. Robots will definitely not be able to replace that. As one famous writer once said, human need human. It's not like men and women will stop making babies because of AI robots. So think about AI tools as automation. It can automate administrative tasks. It can schedule meetings. It can clean your apartment or mow your lawn, and we already have these robots actually, right? There is nothing to be afraid of. We already have vacuum cleaners or lawn mowers that have some degree of intelligence.